A deadly plane crash has killed Libya's chief of staff, Ahmed al-Haddad. The pro-Turkish government in western Libya announced this morning the formation of an investigation committee to examine the circumstances of the crash, which occurred in Turkey, near Ankara. The aircraft took off from Ankara and was en route to Tripoli. Libya's prime minister confirmed that alongside the army chief, 3 senior military officials were killed. The commander of ground forces, the head of military production, the chief of staff's senior advisor, also killed, the chief of staff's personal photographer. Turkey's interior ministry confirmed the aircraft carried the general and 4 others, in addition to the flight crew. The investigation will work directly with Turkish security and judicial authorities and examine every safety document, with an explicit mandate to investigate negligence, misconduct, or criminal action. This is no routine crash. Senior Hamas official abroad Bassem Naim says there are no positive signs regarding the creation of an international force in Gaza. According to him, the mission's authority, rules of engagement, and mandate are unclear in every version of the agreement. Hamas demands that any international force be limited strictly to separating forces, monitoring the ceasefire, preventing escalation, no role inside Gaza, no involvement in internal Palestinian affairs. In short, observers only, no authority. The IDF confirms it has struck multiple Hezbollah launch sites across southern Lebanon. Military buildings and terrorist infrastructure were destroyed, facilities used by Hezbollah operatives in recent weeks. The IDF states clearly, these launch sites violate the understandings between Israel and Lebanon. Israel will continue to act decisively to remove threats and prevent Hezbollah from rebuilding. Point. Syrian security sources report the elimination of the ISIS Horan district chief in an operation near Damascus. The strike was carried out in coordination with the international coalition. Quiet. Targeted. Effective. Belgium has officially joined South Africa's case against Israel at the International Court of Justice. The accusation, genocide in Gaza? Belgium seeks to intervene under the Genocide Convention, focusing on what it calls genocidal intent. Lawfare continues. Courtroom battles replacing battlefields. Point. South Korea and the United States opened negotiations today on a treaty supporting Seoul's plan to build nuclear-powered submarines with American assistance. South Korea's presidential advisor clarified these submarines would use low-enriched uranium only. A quiet but historic shift in regional deterrence. Australia has revoked the visa of a British citizen who posted anti-Semitic content online, including swastikas. The move is part of a broader effort to combat rising anti-Semitism following the deadly Hanukkah attack in Sydney. Speech has consequences. In a joint operation by the IDF and Shin Bet, Hamas operative Abdalhai Zakut was eliminated 2 weeks ago in Gaza. Zakut worked in Hamas's military wing finance department. Over the past year, he was responsible for raising and transferring tens of millions of dollars to fund attacks against Israel. He was killed in his vehicle alongside Rod Said. Israel's message is clear. Terror funding routes will be cut permanently. Palestinian Authority leader Mahmoud Abbas announced the continuation of a broad national reform plan. The stated goals? Judicial modernization, strengthening rule of law, transparency and accountability, fighting corruption. The reforms target financial governance, public administration, judicial independence, and oversight bodies. Big words, familiar promises. The Israeli movement. Mtirtzu issued a blunt statement following reports involving Qatar. Qatar is an enemy state. Money from Qatar is dirty money, money that funds murder and incitement against Jews worldwide. They demand investigations into everyone who conducted business with Qatar, without selective enforcement. Their conclusion is simple. Qatar is an enemy of Israel. Once again, the IDF confirms additional strikes on Hezbollah launch sites in southern Lebanon. Military infrastructure destroyed. Terrorist activity disrupted. The policy remains unchanged. Any threat, removed. Israeli forces rescued a mother and her young daughter overnight in Bethlehem. They were spotted wandering in the city, placing their lives at serious risk. Civil administration officers secured them and transferred them to IDF custody. Initial findings indicate the woman entered Area A deliberately. Security officials reiterate, entering Area A is illegal and life-threatening.